just as polarized. I think that there are groups, either for professional organizations or against the organizations, for fluoride, against fluoride, for private practice, against private practice, all these different things that come into play. And I think that over time, we've just learned to cling so tightly to our beliefs that it makes it really difficult to have open-minded conversations with people who may think differently and to be able to learn and grow together. So
Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Gloves Off. My name is David Rice. I'm the chief editor at DentistryIQ, and I'm here today with a great friend of mine.
Bethany Montoya, RDH.
Hey Bethany, how are you?
I'm awesome. How are you, David?
I'm fantastic. What's having, it's the end of a week, things are going pretty well, and I'm really excited to have you here because I love that you are a voice of science and data, and also a voice of balance and reason in the world. So I have one question to start us off with, if that's okay with you.
Go for it.
Are we the most divided we have ever been in dentistry as we sit here today? And if we can, I know we're going to do two parts. Can we look at that from a hygienist perspective today and then next time from a dentist?
Sure.
All right. So what do you say?
Hmm. I think so. I think we are the most divided we've probably ever been, just in society as a whole. There's always like political stuff and human rights stuff and environmental stuff, and then when we look at the the dental industry, it's just as polarized. I think that there are groups, either for professional organizations or against the organizations, for fluoride, against fluoride, for private practice, against private practice, all these different things that come into play. And I think that over time, we've just learned to cling so tightly to our beliefs that it makes it really difficult to have open-minded conversations with people who may think differently and to be able to learn and grow together. So yeah, I think we've we've got some tough times definitely that we're in, and potentially some tough times ahead of us too if nothing changes.
So you said something I liked a lot there. People clinging to beliefs. And, whether their beliefs are correct or incorrect or, perspective and all the things in life, what are some of the beliefs today's hygienists are clinging to that are a part of that friction?
Hmm. I think in the hygiene world, the fluoride debate is really big right now. There's a lot of excitement as far as, news coming out where areas are considering getting rid of public fluoridation, and I see within the hygiene community there's two sides to that. There's hygienists that are excited about that idea, and there are hygienists that are really upset about that. And I've also seen where people have a really hard time having conversations about it. It's more arguing back and forth. And then within the practice, I see where maybe some beliefs that hygienists hang on to is that I'm not here to make money for the practice. I'm here to take care of my patients. I'm here to clean their teeth, to make them feel good about themselves, and to get them out the door. And I should not be concerned about my production or what I'm contributing to the practice because I'm a healthcare provider. That's a
Hmm.
very common belief.
Okay, so with that, one last major point for today is if that's a common belief, then where's the gap where hygienists today are maybe asking for more and more and more and more, but to your point, maybe aren't looking at what they need to bring to the table?
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's the real problem is you can't on one side say that you're not at all concerned about the production or the profitability that you're adding to the practice, yet you're over here asking for a really high competitive salary from your employer. So I think it's really important to be able to look within and to recognize that being productive as a healthcare provider isn't a bad thing. It actually is a reflection of the level of care that you're providing to your patients. It shows the diversity of procedures that you're providing to your patients. And the more that you're providing to your patients, the more productive you're going to be. It doesn't mean that you have to sit around staring at metrics all the time and constantly monitoring reports. It just means that you're following a process of care, that you're doing full assessments on your patients and you're making recommendations based on your findings. And as long as you're doing that, you're just going to automatically be highly productive. And when you're in that position, then you're going to have a legitimate reason to ask for that raise that you want because your practice owner is going to say, "Heck yeah, you're totally worth it." So being able to change our frame of mind in that way in the hygiene world, I think is going to be really important and really helpful for our future.
I love that so much. Okay, one final tip you would offer to a young hygienist today who's just coming into dentistry, maybe just young at heart, doesn't have to be young in age, but just walking into dentistry, like what must they know to succeed?
I think that a lot of us, and I'm including myself in this, and I'm sure a lot of dentists are this way too. You graduate from school and you enter the workforce and you're all alone. You don't put any effort into developing any mentorship relationships or connecting with other peers in your area. And when you're alone, um, it's a very isolating feeling, and I think that we have a hard time growing that way. We learn a lot of lessons the hard way, and it takes longer. And I think just being able to be intentional about developing some good mentor relationships is super important. And and just finding your people. That can be figures on social media that resonate with you and that you learn from. It could be joining, your local association and connecting with your peers that way. There are so many ways to do it, making sure that you're going to good quality in-person CE events. That's such an awesome opportunity for networking. And I don't think that a lot of us take advantage of those things in the beginning. And so it just makes life hard.
Yeah. Friends, Bethany, thank you for hanging out with us here today. We're going to make sure all of you have access so you can know where to find Bethany. She's not that hard to find. She's all over social media. She's doing great things at in-person events. I've been an attendee in her courses and I'm blown away every time. So thank you for being here today.
Thank you.